Yes, so how did I come about writing this book? So I remember this was into what led to this to the beginning of all of this. 2009, I lost my dearly beloved husband, went to be with the Lord. And I remember prior to that, when I had come into this country, to UK, I had come, I think, in 2000, so we were just about starting to build our family together. And I will never forget, all I used to see were parents pushing buggies here and there, and mostly women. I hardly saw the men, you know. And I used to ask my late husband, like, why am I seeing all these people? Because he was very quiet, he doesn't really talk much. So he said to me, you know, that's how it is here. A lot of women are left on their own. The husbands, maybe the husbands have left them and whatever. So it took a while for that to sink in. Anyway, as time went by, I started gaining understanding into all the stigma and the negative press when it comes to single parenting. Lo and behold, and little did I know that I was going to be in that position as well. So fast forward, when we had our 2 children by the special grace of God, but my husband fell ill and he finally passed away in 2009. And after that, I started building my life back together, focusing on my children. And I remember, you know, a lot of people said to me, Floris, you have a story. I think because of the way people saw me living my life on a daily basis, just walking by grace, trying to fight, trying to make things work, trying to stand out. So people started saying to me, don't you think you have a story you can encourage many other people that are out there that have gone through this situation? And I never looked at myself like, me, book, you know, I didn't see myself like I'll be able to do that. But as time went by, I had a conviction that actually I can do this. So that is how I started putting pen to paper. Okay. I just put my own experiences together and to see how others can relate with it, see how I can encourage many in my own situation or in their own situation as single parents, and how best they can cope. So that's how I came about.
Okay, thank you very much. Melissa, I was hinted that you've read this book.
Yes.
And you also have a copy.
Yes.
Which is good. In a nutshell, when you read this book, actually, I remember, let me prompt you, because I remember 3 of us meeting at the
Women at the Well.
Exactly, the inauguration of the Women at the Well. And that day when you spoke, I think that was the first day I met you.
Yeah.
And then when you were called upon, because I moderated the event, and when you started talking, everywhere it was like graveyard. There was silence, and people, because you don't know people's situation. People go about carrying their problems, maybe pocketed, you know, without, if you don't know them, if you're not close to them, you won't understand.
Yes.
And I think I saw 2 of you after interacted. So let me come back to you, Melissa.
Yes, that was the first day I met her, and only to realize that me and her, we are in the same situation. I also lost my husband 2017, and honestly speaking, even the cover of the book, if you see the cover, these colors, these bright colors,
exactly.
There is a story even in the book already, and the story in the picture. So, right, I never used to understand that how will people be alone, as Flores has said. But I mean, I realized that people don't choose to be alone. They didn't choose to be single parents. Something happened, and it's a different things that happen to them. So, you know, we just look at people that they are single and everything. And then until I was in that situation, then I realized that, all right, this is it. This is how people become single parents. And this is what they go through alone. It's not a choice.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much. I'll come back to you. Please, can you, because you mentioned something about the picture here, the illustration here is so important. Can you focus on this? Right. When I saw this is a couch, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's got bags, football, boots, school bags, clothing, hats, whatever, everywhere. My mind went to Oh my God, each time I step in to the house.
What
If you're a parent, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
And a parent, by the way, doesn't mean that whether you're adopting, you're fostering, or you're a parent, whether you have your sister's children, your, nieces, nephews,
Yes.
whatever, you're a parent. By the time you come in fact, you have some people who visit you, and you go out, you come in, you see your house everywhere scattered. You're thinking, hang on, what is all this about? When you look at this, it takes you back to nothing other than this is the work of children. Okay? Now you come in, it's you, just you alone. Even if you have a living partner, like they have said here, if they travel,
Yep.
you find yourself suddenly
On your own.
on your own. It drives you nuts.
Yep.
Okay? Because they say there are ways or reasons of becoming a single parent, either by breakup, divorce, abandonment, death of spouse,
Yep.
childbirth by a single person. According to one of my friends, he said it could be accidental discharge.
Yeah.
Because I know a situation where
Or rape.
exactly, or rape,
One night.
Yeah.
stand.
one night stand. Somebody, this couple, they were trying to get married. Eventually, the lady became pregnant before the wedding, and there was problem along the line. The guy said, no more interested. The baby, that is your business. I'm not interested. You can see. So many things. So I'll come back to you, Pastor. Let me ask you, you must have researched into this because yours is just one out of the many.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how did you look at other situations?
Yeah, like I said, the reason why I first of all titled it to say, don't judge me, because I believe for us to be able to have a right into just even saying one thing about somebody, that parent, I think it is our responsibility to know their story. Like we've just said, some people, mine was by losing my husband through death. Maybe other people, men have lost wives. So don't forget, when we are talking about single parenting here, there are men single parents, not only women. So this is holistic. Right, so like we've just said, it can be through a bitter divorce, through a separation, through somebody being raped, you just went out, or you were set up, or whatever. So now I took my time to actually investigate, because there is so much negative press. When you hear single parents, it's like nothing good comes out of it. And I realized that actually that's not true. Because I looked at the statistics, as much as the numbers are high. Well, I looked at statistics where apparently single parents that looked after their children have more stability, even compared to homes where you have mother and father, because you can have homes where you have mother and father, but does not mean, the outcome of family responsibility and all of those things, social life, emotional life, does not mean it is working well.
Yes.
So I think it takes the onus on us to, I know we don't have time to ask somebody, okay, what's your story? But what I learned is not to say anything too harsh about somebody, or not even make that final judgment until I know their story. For example, when things like the stigma, single parents are harlots, they sleep around. I did not sleep around, and I have not slept around. And even if somebody is sleeping around, there are factors responsible for that. Some people are going through stress and trauma and addiction.
Yes.
So a lot of those things are factors. I don't think anybody just want to get them in their right mind or go snatch somebody's husband. Single parents are husband snatchers. And this it tends to be geared more towards us women when it comes to the negative. I don't know why men sleep under the carpet.
I'm going to go into that at some point.
I
like that.
Women suffer, the statistic goes again that women suffer this. I don't know, it's because maybe when it comes to men, anyway, the statistics shows that the women single parents are more in number than the men single parents. So maybe, and we live in a world where everything is more women and children focused. So it's like women get the press.
Yes, you're right in that.
A lot.
Yes.
It comes to the benefit system. It has to do with women. From the moment you give back to children in the hospital, the authorities place on the women and stuff. So when it comes to all of this negativity, it's geared a lot towards women. You're talking about abuse. women will surface. You know, so I took my time to look into all of this, and I made up my mind that, wow, I'm not going to allow the stigma, the negativity to stop me from being who I am. That it is just a status. My status can change. I've seen other men and women that have maybe remarried, living a fulfilled life. Let's not forget, that's not just what makes you happy.
Exactly.
You can still fulfill areas in your life that you never. There are a lot of things that happen in my life after my husband has passed on, even though that was not the plan, that was not the bag, that was not part of the package.
Yes.
But I don't know, I would not have written this book if I did not go through that
situation. Yes.
You know, so that was my point. With all of this investigation, I came to the conclusion, look, it is just a status.
Okay.
No matter what I've gone through, I'm out here to encourage as many that are going through the same situation. Don't let the press, don't let others' viewpoints about you, lower your standards. No matter where you have gone, you've been at fault. We are not perfect. We're all heading towards perfection.
Yes.
But you can pick your pieces back up together.
Okay. Thank you. I'm going to talk about stigma, and I'm going to talk about statistics. But before I come to you, Melissa, you made mention of somebody remarrying and all those things. There was something I read. He said, your marriage does not define you. You define yourself.
Oh, yeah?
You understand?
Yeah.
Marriage does not define you. You define yourself.
Yeah.
And also, talking about statistics, you're very correct there, because there was a time we looked into domestic violence. Just like you said, the press, the thing is there for women. How many men, especially, I think we're all Africans here.
Yeah.
How many African men go to the police to report that their wife slapped them or beat them? Yeah. We know it happens.
It does.
But because there's this pride where we come from, we are men. Who are you to come out to come out in the gathering of other men and say, my wife slapped me? They will look at you. Look at this one. Are you... What do you have? Or do you have a skirt? Do you understand? So a lot of men don't go to the press. Don't go to the police to report.
They suffer silence.
Exactly. Thank you very much. So I'm happy you know that. So statistically, we are not part of it anyway. The number is quite very minute. And talking about stigma, yes, I also remember that we see a lot of we hear in those days all these single ladies, if I can put it that way, women, they get housing or houses. They go to the house. As long as you have your buggy with your child. And then people started looking at them.
Yeah.
From, hang on, I'm sure she did that to get a house.
Yes, I can do the same.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yes, yeah.
Situations are not the same. Because you said something here. You said whether you are divorced, widowed, or otherwise, there are a variety of reasons, okay, why one might become a single parent. Although we are in the 21st century, the stigma still remains. So this is, Melissa, what's your view on this issue of stigma? Because I'm sure you've dealt with situations, because you two seem to share almost the same, situation here.
Yes, right. As she said,
I'm sorry, just to add, we have brother-in-law, father-in-law, mother-in-law. I think I'm prompting somebody here. So you go on.
Oh.
You find out that it doesn't matter to people. It doesn't matter how you find yourself in that situation. You're just judged. And this is the whole point here, that we trying to put the message across that let's stop judging each other, because no one chose to be in these situations, and no one wants to find themselves in these situations. So, we need to understand and try to help each other by not judging and pointing fingers and all that. Let's try to find a way of moving on from it, or learning from it, and helping other people to learn, to understand that you can come out of that single parent or that name as a single parent, and at the same time, because you realize that all these single parents as well, you find that with his children outside there, and the children don't come out well. And then when those children don't come out well, they start saying again, it's a single parent.
Yes.
That's why.
You took that from me. Thank you. Because I was going to say, these days we hear stories of children who are out there, lawless, joining cults, societies, fighting, killing, stabbing, shooting, all these things.
Yes.
And the first thing people look at is there a father figure there?
Yeah.
Where is the father? It's because the parents don't live together.
Judge.
Yes. Oh, if the father was there, it wouldn't have been this way.
Yes.
And all those things. Some of them, don't get me wrong, are they right?
Yes.
Some of them are not. That's why it says, don't judge me.
Don't judge.
You do not know my situation.
Yeah.
Yes.
You are not wearing the shoes.
Yes.
I'm wearing the shoes.
Oh,
So
yes.
when it comes to that, what do you have to tell single parents in terms of raising their children?
Wow. I like to always use myself as an example, because is there any particular formula? No. It's not straight like you say it is 1 + 1. Sometimes it's going to be 3 + 5.
Yes.
Sometimes it's going to be 4 + 4. Sometimes there needs to be a balance. Now, first of all, I have to look after myself. I have to deal with myself. Then I need to be able to look after my children. I'm not going to lie to say it is easy to do it on your own, whether you are a single parent father or a mother.
Yes.
That's a blatant lie.
Yes.
But for the grace of God, I believe that it is a community that helps to raise up a child. So you're talking about the school, you're talking about trusted, when I say trusted, because we know the situation around abuse and all of those things now. So I have benefited from that. I have not done it on my own. But trust me, there are times when nobody is there. You are on your own. Just like Ambassador T said, there are many times when it comes to making financial decisions,
Exactly.
you are on your own. So my advice is find your pace. Do your best. Some of the things I wrote in this book is how you can still maintain your authority, because as smart as our children can be, we don't want them to manipulate us, because they are very smart.
Yeah.
Right? Still maintain our level as parents, maintain good relationship. It is hard trying to be the mother and the father. You know, when they have two of you, sometimes they will manipulate one. They go, oh, this one is harder on us, and this one is good. So they tend to play in between. But imagine it is only you, yourself, and you. My advice is walk at your pace. Don't live your life as a parent wanting to copy. It is good to admire other people, but don't. Now, in the area of fathers being absent, the reason why some of our children are out there, it's not only because of absent fathers, no, because, like I said, I work with young people. There are homes where they have provided everything for the child. It's just that the child decided to take the other turn.
Yes.
In that case, there is nothing the parents can do. Some of our children are with social services.
Of course.
Because of safeguarding and child protection issues. We have to feel like maybe the child is not safe. Okay?
Okay.
Now, if you are a parent that all you give to these children is buy things, just buy, that's not what they need. They need talking to. Our children in this part of the world. We grew up, our parents we just got on. No questions, no answers, it's everything yes ma, yes mommy, yes daddy. But in this part of the world, it's a lot of talking to our children. Whether you are rich or you are poor, trust me, the dynamics, it might just vary.
Yes.
But if we don't apply the principles, like the basic principles, that's where the problem lies. So whether you are single, or you are even married, when it comes to raising up our children, the dynamics are almost the same.
Yes, correct. Thank you. We have just 2 minutes. There's something we discussed last time. I think you were with us 2 weeks ago with Pastor Jessica, when we looked at the prayers the supplications,
Yes.
the ministrations, the words you talk. Because I believe in this slogan that says, what God cannot do does not exist. Every morning. Because like you said, whether you are 4 in this family as parents, you are 20 or 1, that is one rule. Every morning, speak into the life of your children.
Oh, yes.
In the night, the same. Last week, we were with a minister, can't remember her name again here, and she also said, even when she's not there, when she's not praying with them, that she's praying in her room and they hear her.
Oh yeah, that's me.
So they will know. Mom is saying,
saying.
yes, that's the destiny decoded. That was the one we discussed.
Yeah.
You have to talk about the children, speak to God about them.
Oh, yeah.
When they are going to school, you tell them you can never be bullied.
Oh,
you will never be last.
Positive
You'll be fraud.
affirmations.
Exactly, every morning. So it is very important. I'm afraid we have less than a minute. This is why I think we need to extend our time, because for topics like this, it's not something we can rush. However, you can get this book on Amazon. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes, and if you cannot get it there, because I think they are not shipping now.
No.
Yeah, because of this COVID thing. You can come directly to Pst.Floris and you get a copy. We thank you so much for being part of us. Remember, the COVID-19 pandemic is still there. Stay safe. We are protected. We sanitize. We held our own. We did everything before coming here. God will guide you. God will bless you. God will be with you. We will all survive this. And we'll carry on giving thanksgiving to him, because that's what he expects from us. Because no matter what we do, he's there. He's our Father in heaven and here on earth. So we thank you. We are going to be here next week. And I'm sure Pastor Jessica will join us with other people, and we'll carry on. I welcome you. Thank you for coming, Pastor.
You.
And Melissa, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Bless you all. Yes. This is
Welcome viewers to Endless Possibilities Talk Show with Women at the Well, a movement of women that educate leading women in relationship, marriage, family, careers, business, and Christian faith to discover themselves, maximize their full potential, and contribute to their all-round fulfillment in life. If that sounds like you, join Jessica Edmond, host, every
Saturday from 3 till 3:30 p.m.
on Sky 589 Faith TV for more on endless possibilities, an inspiring Christian talk show where women learn without limit. For more info, feel free to contact us on telephone 0786 144 9012 or 020 360 98966.